welcome to Rome. At last, we finally made it. Wow, what a time. This is the Trevi Fountain at the junction of the famous three roads. There is an Aqua Virgo, they call it, one of the aqueducts that supplied water to ancient Rome. This water has traveled some 10 kilometers to this point from the Virgin Well. The water is calcium free, so it does not stain the artwork. This church is called St. Vincent Anastasio at Trevi. Built in 1646, it is a Baroque-style church and is kind of famous because it has 22 popes. Their hearts are embalmed and kept here. All roads in Rome lead to this place. It's the monument to Victor Emmanuel II. He was the first king of the unified Italy, and it was built in 1885. Victor Emmanuel was a great king, and he unified all the different factions of Italy, and it just holds a special place. Now, in this building is a huge museum, and then we're also going to go to the top of the museum and look out over the city and get a 360-degree view of Rome. Inside the building is the altar to the goddess of Rome and the tomb of the Italian unknown soldier. So as we travel through here, it just reminds me, or I've always thought of this whole building, this facility, as Rome, as Pontius Pilate, as Caesar walking these halls. I know this building is not that old, but it just feels like the grandeur that I've always thought of, associated with Rome. In fact, it's called the Altar of the Fatherland. That's what the whole building is called. This museum is huge. I'm not going to go through all the displays with you, but it was a very, very impressive museum and a lot of stunning artwork. And then we went up to the roof to have a look around, and the goddess and her chariots, those are the goddess of Rome. Those are all depicting the goddess of Rome with her chariots protecting Rome and Italy. But it's always nice to get a view from somewhere up high, kind of get a lay of the land a little bit. Now we're looking down at the Roman Forum and the Colosseum. The Forum was the city center for ancient Rome, and the ruins here are amazing to tour through. We really enjoyed it. Also, spending time in the Colosseum was an experience I'll never forget. This building is 2,000 years old. Now, we don't currently have the technology to build a building like this, and I'll explain that a little later. These columns are solid granite, and they're Corinthian style, which means they have a decorative header. And you can have a Corinthian style column several different ways, but these are Corinthian style. The dome is the largest unsupported concrete dome in the world. And it is an open-air oculus. That oculus is in the center, that's open to the sky, that provides the light for the basilica. This basilica was originally built during the time of Rome. It was originally called the Temple of the Gods. And it was built in 26 BC, which is, before Christ. And in 626, I believe, it was turned from the Temple of the Gods to a Catholic basilica, which is normally where the bishop will operate his diocese from. The word diocese comes from Diocletes. He was an emperor of Rome. The word oculus is, the oculus in your eye. The area out there in front where the big columns were, that's called the portico. That's where the word porch comes from. So much of our language comes from Latin, has Latin roots and Italian roots. It's really quite amazing. But like I was saying, we don't have the technology to build a concrete roof that would last 2,000 years. We're lucky to get concrete to last 50 years with our technology. Well, I hope you've enjoyed part 1 of our Roman tour, and we will be back soon with a second video with more incredible places around the beautiful city of Rome.
It is sunset officially.